Did you know your browser often loads web pages in the background before you even click them? What's more concerning is that your real IP address can still leak through WebRTC, regardless of whether you're using a VPN. In this video, I'll show you the most important settings to reclaim your privacy and make your browser run a little bit faster. These steps work on almost any browser, whether you're using a Chromium-based setup or a hardened Firefox build. Let's get into it. We will begin with a basic but important setting: Enhance Protection. First, open your browser and go to the Settings menu. If you use Chrome or a Chromium-based browser, click on Privacy and Security in the left sidebar. From there, select Security and you will see the Enhance Protection option. I strongly recommend turning this on, especially if you use your browser for personal accounts. It scans for dangerous downloads and warns you about untrustworthy websites to keep your data safe. If you are using Firefox or a Firefox-based browser, you will find a similar option under Privacy and Security. Look for Enhanced Tracking Protection and change the setting from Standard to Strict. This provides much stronger blocking for trackers and scripts that follow you online. While you are still in the Privacy and Security menu, scroll down and turn on the toggle for Always Use Secure Connections. This setting forces your browser to use HTTPS whenever possible. If a website tries to use an older, unencrypted connection, your browser will warn you first. This prevents attackers from seeing or stealing the data you send to that site. Below that, find the Use Secure DNS option. Turn this on. Change your DNS provider from the default to a trusted service. I recommend Cloudflare for privacy or Google DNS if you prioritize speed. Here is why this matters. Normally, your internet service provider can see every website name you visit. And when you enable Secure DNS, your browser encrypts those requests. While it doesn't hide everything, but still makes it much harder for your ISP to track your browsing habits or block specific sites. If you want to go a step further and block specific types of content, like adult sites or gambling, you can use a provider called Clean Browsing. It works just like Cloudflare or Google, but it filters out harmful websites before they even load. For Firefox users, you have the similar options. In the same Privacy and Security menu, scroll down to the DNS Over HTTPS section. Instead of the default setting, select Max Protection. Once you select this, you can choose your DNS provider from the list or enter a custom one. By using Max Protection, Firefox will always use your secure DNS and will warn you if it cannot establish a private connection. This ensures your DNS queries never leak back to your ISP. Now, let's look at a setting that can accidentally reveal your real IP address, even if you are using a VPN. This happens through something called WebRTC. If you use the Brave browser, go to Settings and then Privacy and Security. Look for the option called WebRTC IP Handling Policy. By default, this is often set to allow your browser to share more information than necessary to help with video calls. To keep your real IP hidden, change this setting to Disable Non-Proxied UDP. This ensures that your connection stays inside your VPN tunnel and doesn't leak your real IP. You might be wondering why this setting is useful. WebRTC is what allows your browser to handle video calls, live streaming, and peer-to-peer file sharing without needing extra software. If you frequently use services like Discord, Zoom, or Google Meet directly in your browser, keeping WebRTC enabled is necessary. But if you don't use your browser for calls, or if you use a different browser for those tasks, disabling this setting is a great way to prevent accidental IP leaks. Now let's see the similar option in other browsers. If you are using Google Chrome, you won't find a simple toggle in the main settings. However, you can still get the similar option by using a hidden flag. Type Chrome://flags into your address bar and search for Anonymize Local IPs --. When you enable this, Chrome hides your local IP address behind a random ID. While this is better than nothing, it still isn't as strong as the options in Brave. For my Firefox users, type about :config in your address bar and press Enter. You will see a warning message. Just accept the risk and continue. Now, in the search bar at the top, type media.peerconnection.enabled. You will see it is set to true by default. Simply double-click it to change it to false. This completely disables WebRTC at the browser level. Now let's talk about other settings that can speed up your workflow. If you frequently switch between tabs, like watching a video while taking notes, you should be using the native split view feature. In Chrome, simply right-click the tab you are working on and select Add to New Split View. You can then pick any other open tab to snap it right beside the first one. This is a great feature that saves space compared to managing two separate browser windows. To unsplit them, just click the split screen icon in the toolbar and select Separate Views. Now in Firefox, you won't find this option in the standard menus yet, but you can enable it manually using the hidden configuration settings. Open the Firefox config window by typing /config in the address bar. Search for browser.tabs.split view.enabled and set this to true by clicking this icon. Once enabled, you will have that same split tab option by right-clicking any tab, making multitasking much smoother on Linux. If you frequently read news or articles online, you probably find all the sidebars and pop-ups distracting. To fix this, look for the reading mode icon in your address bar. Keep in mind that this icon only appears when your browser detects a long-form article. As you can see, the icon is missing on this website, but once I switch to a news page, it instantly appears. Just click it, and all those distractions vanish. You are left with a clean, focused view of the main content. You'll find a similar option in almost every browser. In Chrome, simply right-click the page and select Open in Reading Mode. This opens a side panel with just the text. You can then drag the edge of this panel to make it full screen, giving you a focused view that hides everything but the article. If you usually just stick with the default items in your toolbar, you're missing out. Adding custom toggles can save you a lot of time. In Firefox, right-click on the toolbar and select Customize Toolbar. You will see a massive list of toggles that you can add to your panel. Just pick the ones based on your specific needs. For now, I'm going to add the screenshot toggle. Simply drag and drop them to your top bar. As you can see, this allows me to take a screenshot or even capture a long screenshot of the entire page, which just isn't possible using a standard system screenshot tool. In a similar way, you can add extra toggles in Chrome. Open the Customize Chrome side panel and select Toolbar. You'll find a list of useful actions like Split View, Reading Mode, and Create QR Code. Just like in Firefox, you can toggle these on to pin them right next to your address bar for instant access. I'm going to add the Split View, Reading Mode, and QR Code toggles now. You already know how Split View and Reading Mode work, so let me show you a cool Chrome feature that most people ignore. If you're watching a YouTube video or reading an article and want to open that exact same page on your phone, just click the QR toggle. It instantly generates a QR code for that specific page. Just scan it with your phone, and the link opens immediately. If you find that your browser is using too much memory, there are 3 key settings you should adjust. First is Memory Saver. In Chrome, go to Settings and then select the Performance tab. Turn on Memory Saver. You can leave it on balanced for everyday use, or set it to maximum if you want to stop background services aggressively and free up as much RAM as possible. While you're on this page, scroll down and you will see the Preload Pages option. Most of us just don't need this, so I recommend turning it off. It is only helpful if you have a slower internet connection. Your browser assumes which link you might click next and opens it in the background to save you time. However, for most users, this just wastes memory and data on pages you might never even visit. Did you know that even after closing a browser window, it can still run in the background and stay active in your system memory? To fix this, head to your system settings and toggle off Continue running background apps when the browser is closed. This ensures that once you exit, your system's memory is fully released. Now, let's look at these same settings in a different browser. Even though the features are almost identical, some settings are placed in different tabs. So, let's see how you can turn these on in Edge, just in case you use it. When you're inside the Edge settings, go to the Privacy, Search, and Services tab. Under the cookies, you'll find the Preload Pages option. Simply turn this off. For memory management, head over to the System and Performance tab. Under the Performance section, scroll down to find the Memory settings. Here, you can reduce the inactive tab sleep time based on your needs. Shortening this time will put your tabs to sleep sooner, which is great because it will slightly free up your RAM and give you more memory to work with. Now, go one step back and look for the background mode. Under this background setting, make sure to turn off Continue running background extensions and apps when Edge is closed. This ensures that once you exit the browser, it actually stops running and fully releases your system's memory. If you use Brave, you'll find these settings under the System tab. Just keep in mind that you might not see every option, like page preloading, because Brave handles that differently under the hood to prioritize your privacy. As for the Firefox users, you don't really have to do anything. You're already good to go, as Firefox is built to be efficient right out of the box. That's all for this video. I hope these tips help make your browsing experience a little bit better and smarter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.